The situation could not get any more frustrating, so I'm gonna start writing now before I grind my teeth into dust. I thought things were finally on the straight and narrow. The Awakened were knuckling down on finding the Longinus blade and moving the story along. Or at least, that's what I thought until I walked into the lounge to find a fucking ninja pony standing there.
Now, have no fear, said the cat. My tricks are not bad, said the cat in the hat. He, actually, I can't cat in the hat right now. Is anyone else getting a really bad omen feeling with Emmy?
I wouldn't blame you, big man. The elephant in the room's a bit too big.
Yeah.
Yes, no one's heart is in Cat in the Hat right now. I was hoping it would be a nice distraction, but alas.
Apologies. Everything our host has done recently has distracted me from the feline and haberdashery.
So, let's cut to the chase then. Was Murdiga this much of an asshole before I woke up, or is this, like, worse?
I mean, it could be worse. At least she didn't turn into, some kind of spider bird or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or decide to cut you 1,000 times over.
Yes, what she's doing now was the standard, but we always had a few seconds at least to see it coming. Now she's become unpredictable.
Yeah.
No, she's not doing too hot.
Huh. Well, like, if that's the case, if she's off the deep end, like super off, well, I guess we have to consider what she said about some kind of weapon. What was that?
Well, if I recall, when we were last with Hugo, she mentioned a weapon that we needed to find, and that we needed 10 souls in order to retrieve it. Or use it, I think? I do not see how 10 people can use one blade.
Well, I don't know, and this is the big jump. But in the, that Romeo and Juliet movie, you know, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio in it, they had blades. But it was a gun. They would call the guns blades. Maybe Vinny's supposed to use it. You are the hero, after all.
I mean, a magical gun is as good as anything else, so why not?
Okay, but how do we get the thingy?
I don't know. Maybe our gracious host will narrate us some MacGuffin adventure.
You're being far too optimistic, Tommy.
Well, fuck it, man. I don't know if playing the game is much of an option anymore, Vinny. Where can we go from here?
Oh, well, I've been thinking about it, and everything's kind of off the deep end, as Haley said. So honestly, what if we just don't play the game?
What?
Don't play the game. Like, clip out of bounds, bend the rules a bit, maybe not have to kill each other?
That is exactly correct. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I know it wasn't... The plans have changed.
Mr. Reed, with all due respect, I don't know if you noticed, but the last time we didn't play the game, things kind of went south for everyone. Not just us, but Miss M as well.
Well, let's see how much we can change without breaking things. Experiment a little. So, well, I guess in that case, someone's still gotta die.
Ah, God damn it.
Yeah. Well, this place runs off stories, right? So, let's try telling our own stories. Wouldn't be the first time, right?
Ah, yes. Like the witch hunt scenario?
Grace, it's impolite to stare.
Well, if I recall, I was leaning into that DDD bit so hard, MG woke me up out of spite, so, telling our own story ain't too far-fetched.
Also, telling our own stories is what saved me, thanks to Percy and Ezra. Although, I will say, it's not easy to narrate for oneself when at an emotional low.
All right, well, let's just do it now. No more waiting around. Let's narrate before we reach that emotional low.
I am not really a writer.
Well, there's only one of me and 10 of you. We're gonna have to cut some corners.
I don't see why we shouldn't try. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. So, who's first?
Pick me! I have an idea! Pick me now!
Alright. Go get him, ankle biter.
Okay. From the non-existent ceiling, the lights go out, and suddenly, something comes from the ceiling. It's a ninja pony!
Nay.
It's a what?
Ooh.
Good job,
Look
Thorin!
at the ninja pony!
There's a pony in the middle of the lounge.
Sure is a pony here.
It's not the first time.
It certainly won't be the last.
I'm
That
sorry.
is in fact a pony.
Why the fuck is a pony doing? What is a pony doing here? And second of all, why does it have a
Excuse me?
Naruto headband?
Excuse me? It's a ninja pony?
And it's my friend now.
Nay.
He's silent but beautiful.
Okay, yes,
That
but that doesn't
wasn't very
explain why the fuck there's a pony here. I did not create a pony. There's a reason why I blew it up last time. You can't have a pony in the lounge.
It's just a horse. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
And there we go. Now it's exploded.
It's
Okay,
just too much.
listen.
Again with the exploding horses.
Okay, listen. Everyone knows if you explode a horse, you have to do it at least 3 times to make it maximally funny. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll come up again at the end of the season. Anyway, fuck it. I don't have time for this. Listen. Okay, so speaking of the end of the season, I only have so much space to make the ending of this show make sense, and I think I might have made some, weird turns somewhere. Man, did you guys see, like, the horse guts everywhere? I'm really feeling. You know what? In an effort to try to adjust, I've decided to take inspiration from a bunch of different show endings and a new favorite, and we're just gonna see what we can glean from all the different endings. So, let's do that, shall we? I thought I could snap them back to attention with a scenario subtly implying that the end has to come eventually. Unfortunately, Junior was very critical of my writing style, and that was just criticism I didn't need to hear, so I shut him up for the rest of the game. I wish I could have shut everyone else up too, because they all dived way away from my structure, going on and on about monarchy and politics and evil talking Roombas, and you know what? That's enough. I'm done. I'm fucking done. They've broken the rules enough, and I'm done cleaning up after them. So if they want to do it themselves, fine. They can do it themselves. No more lounge, no more narration. Now they're really on their own. Let's see where the story goes now. Okay, now that we've calmed down. Vinny, what the fuck are you doing? Actually, what the fuck are you all doing? But Vinny especially, what the fuck are you doing?
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm trying to run the game here, and you're doing shit like saying you're just gonna kill yourself and letting a Roomba be an icon? You're just letting this shit happen? What the fuck?
Wait, we're telling a story, obviously. You can understand that, right?
You can't tell a story. That's my job.
Yeah? But that doesn't mean it's impossible. Other people can write stories. It's a skill. We're working with you.
No, you're not. You're all going against what I said. Why the fuck are you going against what I said?
Why are you?
I'm not. What are you talking about?
Listen, we're supposed to fight you, right? That's what you said, or else there's no story.
Yes, but
But?
that was before. Back when I was supposed to write your stories, but I don't have to do that anymore.
What?
Well, the way I originally made this, it was this big dramatic war between man and God, and that was the framework, right? That's how it was supposed to be. That's what this version of the Void is built on. But that doesn't make any sense, because man can never beat God. You can all never beat God. As long as I think you can beat God, this place falls apart. As you can see, it is falling the fuck apart. So I have to be infallible, I have to be undefeatable, I have to be everything.
You know, none of this, none of what you're saying, that it doesn't make sense. You know that, right?
Well, of course it doesn't make sense to you. You're human.
Well, it's a goddamn shame I'm your chosen then, huh?
That doesn't matter anymore. I don't need you.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I don't need you anymore. Yes, you were the hero. You were meant to fight against me, the villain, but that whole thing doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter anymore. I'm sorry, your story doesn't matter anymore. The story that you wrote doesn't matter anymore?
It was a bad story, right? An absolute mess. As soon as I took it off the rails, it almost collapsed in on you all.
So what, you're just gonna go back to them? You say you're sorry? Take their pillar? Is that it? Is that what you've decided? Are you just fucking panicking? Freaking out constantly like you have been since I woke up? Are you giving up? Because that's what it sounds like.
Well, that's how the universe works, right? It's all just black swallowing up light. That's how it should be. That's how it's going to be. That's how I will make it. And if you won't cooperate, if you're all not willing to play along, then
No, I was playing along. I was working with you. I was helping you. Hell, I told you to break my arm to maintain an illusion. I offered to be your only sacrifice, and you don't think I was playing along?
You were playing along with the old script. It's not my problem you're not willing to work with the new one.
Well, at least the old one had some room for improv. Maybe you should stick to writing books instead of plays. At least the characters that don't exist can't talk back to you. You can write whatever you want like that.
Well, if that's a problem, try and stop me.
Fuck. With you? Like this? Now?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
What's the point?
The point? The point is you all follow your fucking script. You get your stories, and you fail. That's the point. Man struggles against God and loses. That's the point.
That's the point. Just like you, right, Lottie?
Who is that? That's not my name.
Of course not. No, of course not. It's not your name. You're... what? Going back to them, so you're Fate now. Right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm Fate. You're all just pieces of the machine meant to make me.
I find it funny that you have to convince yourself of that.
I don't have to convince myself of anything. This place is whatever I want. Your stories are whatever I want. Speaking of which, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck this scenario. You all weren't playing along anyway. Fuck the games. Fuck Mafia. Fuck this stupid tabletop shit. None of it matters, right? Let's just go back to the lounge, shall we?
Oh, geez, you guys are back already?
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, guys.
Welcome back, I
What
guess.
the fuck? What's
Yes,
going on?
yes, congrats.
Sorry.
You're okay, you're all alive again. Now you can get back to fucking things up for me and the whole fucking universe. That's what you want, right? Should I just start narrating and shredding you all here where it's more fucking comfortable?
If that's what you want. Because it is all about what you want, right?
Yeah, it is. So you know what? Fuck the metagame. Fuck this whole thing where you all get your stories and grow as people. Fuck the lounge. I'm done. I'm done narrating for you people. I'm done letting you play because you keep fucking it up. Good luck stopping me in a universe made of stories without a goddamn narrator.
I'm just gone.
it's all just gone. Everything. Wow.
Mhm.
Well, let's look on the bright side. We have time. Should we talk about this?
Yeah. 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 I guess we should. So obviously we were working together, and now we're not.
Excuse me?
All right, before we do any throat jumping or anything, guys, Vinny, it's like a working to fix things for all of us kind of thing, and not like a betray us all kind of thing, right? I assume it's not a betray us all kind of thing.
Obviously.
No. No, Vincent's many things, but a backstabber isn't one of them.
That's why you wanted us to just keep playing the game. You and Junior both had a plan this whole time.
Hmm.
Yeah, right. I've been working this whole time in the background to kind of keep everyone safe and get us all, well, her included, out of here. She's a previous player of the games, just like us.
What?
Yep. That hits the nail on the head, don't it?
A previous player. That would actually, that would explain how like human she seemed when she was dealing with me and Ezra.
Mhm.
She might have. Back then, she must have had some shred of human sympathy in her before, Yeah,
Okay,
well, it
except
is.
except why is she so heartless sometimes then?
Well, it turns out getting turned into a black star makes you a little crazy. Like she's lost a lot of herself over eons. And I think we might have just saw the last of her go, given all the everything that the black stars are.
Who cares? Good riddance. We don't need her. We don't need anybody else. We just need each other. We don't need her.
Okay, bud.
This is just like Portal 2. Murder God is just GLaDOS. No.
Appreciate the one-liner, not the time though. So yes, that catches you up to speed. She was a player in the game. I'm the next one chosen. Hi, hello. Anyway, all I know is this whole thing is a cycle. She used to be a player. She worked with her friends to get the Longinus blade, as she calls it, to stop whatever god came before her. But in order to let her friends out, well, she had to become a god in that one's place.
See, and you said you're next. You're just going to let that happen to you?
That's not gonna happen to me. We are all gonna work together to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone ever again. When she told me all of this, the plan was to play along with the cycle so the Black Stars didn't get suspicious. Lord knows they are the last fucking thing we need here ever. We can't even look at them. So, she'd be a villain. I'd be the hero. And I was supposed to get the sword to stop her.
But that would just turn you into a god and continue the cycle.
That's what I said. Told her the plan was real dumb. Why would the Black Stars leave a weapon that kills God in a cradle? Doesn't make any fucking sense. And then she shut the rest of the Black Stars out of the void, which is bad because they were the main thing holding this place together.
So, her exiling the rest of the Black Stars. We lost communication with them. The line was cut. That must be why I almost died.
Yep. And also that's also why Everything's been getting weird and shaky whenever she admitted she didn't know what to do. This place runs off of story power and Black Star bullshit, and we're missing half of that. And yes, Junior, I see you. That's why I stopped telling you the plan.
So we walked out of the Denny's then, let's see.
Wow, that's a lot of revelations.
Yep. She told me if I told you guys this shit, everything would collapse. I managed to tell Junior and Doc, and that was it. And then she cornered me. But here we are. Any questions?
So, in case I didn't get that quite clear, Mr. Reed, what you're saying is this is all a show. And all she was doing was playing her part, just like the rest of us. Did I get that right?
Yep. Basically. But I think that role might have finally swallowed her.
It explains why she was so adamant about denying her emotions when we brought them up.
So, now what?
Yeah, well, the way I see it, we've got no choice but to go find the weapon. It's the next part of
Okay.
the story.
Time out. So, Vinny, I was listening through that whole thing, and if I recall, the magic god slaying sword of destiny kind of turns you into murder god too. So, why?
Haley, look where we are. Look
Yes,
around
I
you.
see the lounge. I see the lounge is gone. Yeah.
Not just the lounge is gone. We are in a vast, empty space of white and strings that is constantly on the verge of both collapse, crack, and utter obliteration.
Uh huh.
I don't see a whole lot of other options at the moment.
I see your point.
Look, I get that we need to stop her. I do, but this can't be the only way to do it. There's got to be some way to stop her from doing all this nonsense, all of it, without resorting to dealing the final blow.
Look, Percy, it's not that I want to kill her. I wanted to work with her, but I don't think that's my friend anymore. So I'm gonna have to do things my way.
Do we have to kill her? I mean, can't we just use the weapon for leverage? It's not like she has control over, everything. We've seen it time and time again. This void influences things. And if she was a player like us, who's to say that she doesn't deserve mercy? She's a victim of the Black Stars like everybody else. Everyone deserves a second chance. What if it was you? What if it was me? Val,
Yeah.
Percy, Grace, Tommy?
Yeah, I thought killing was bad. I thought we were the good guys.
Okay, but whether we're the good guys or not, and whatever she's been through, she's still the worst one here. Because what will happen if we don't do anything? Either she'll play with us forever, or she'll just find more people. She'll make more tragedies. We will lose choice! Everyone will lose the concept of choice! We can't let that happen. If we find this Longinus blade, we can stop all this. I say we kill her. Then we'll know for sure history won't repeat itself.
Right. Assuming it even does kill her. I mean, the whole thing sounds just perfectly like a trap made by her parents.
Ding, 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 ding. 10 points to Tommy for critical thinking skills. Yeah, it's fishy. I'm not saying that we kill her. I mean, hell, if we do kill her, I'm probably next. But for now, the only thing we really have to go off of is the weapon. It's the next part of the story. And unfortunately, if this place is to stay together, we kind of need to have something. So I figure we look for that. And once we find it, we work out how to fight, not necessarily kill, but just fight some gods.
Excuse me, I fight some gods, like plural? You do realize the gravity of that task, yes? I mean, even one is insurmountable. That is possibly more than 4 times harder than the current task we were discussing.
I know. Been trying to think, big picture for a while now. I don't want to kill her. This whole thing was always about stopping all of them, not killing her. So I figure start with what I know, which is the sword or whatever, and then work from there.
Okay, Vincent, Doc said you were the most stubborn person alive, and I really don't think he was joking. So, listen, using our critical thinking skills, if we want to try taking on gods, I feel like we're out of our league. As Junior told us, there was a whole god war that ended with them just shoving them behind a curtain, essentially. I'm not sure we have a chance. Granted, I'm not sure any of us could change your mind.
But that does raise the question as to how exactly we get this blade.
Well, I know we need 10 souls united, so I guess the first question is if we're all willing to work together.
Well, first things first, I guess. Hopefully no stabbing on account of, I'm pretty sure nobody here wants to become the sequel to Ketchup Gremlin, but yeah, we gotta get the thing first.
We gotta do what we gotta do. I mean, if I was in that position and this was a way out, I'd want you to do it.
Junior, thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you.
Well, we can plan more once we get the blade at least.
I guess. But only if we don't have to kill her. I don't. As much as I don't like her, she was one of us at one point, right?
Mhm.
And you owe me a juice box.
Sure, kid. You'll get a juice box.
Yeah.
We need 10 souls to get the blade, correct? Then we'll need everyone. I would be happy to assist in this, even if I am unsure of what will come next, and I do fear it.
Well, not like anything's going to be changing, so like normal. I'll follow your lead, Vincent.
Fine. Fine, I'll help get that blade, whatchamacallit, whatever thing. But know this. If we must resort to anything beyond, I want no part in whatever comes next.
And Steven can come.
What?
Well, yeah, he's part of the 10. So the question is, how do you feel about it, Steven? I know this is a lot, and you haven't really been a part of this until recently. A bit of a bombshell.
Correct, it is a bombshell, Mr. Reed. So the lounge is gone,
Mm-hmm.
and there are no chairs.
Mm.
But I am going to sit down, and I am going to get some clarification. This murder god. I'm getting mixed messages here about whether or not she was always like this, because apparently she was, but according to Mr. Blackwood, she either wasn't, or that was perfectly fine. Is there going to be a consensus here? Because now seems like the time to come to a consensus.
Yeah, that's a difficult thing to come to a conclusion on because everybody's seen a different part of her. If you ask me, the guy who's seen her the second longest, she's always been a mess. Not really overly evil, not really overly nice. Really, someone just playing their part.
All right. All right, all right. I see what you're getting at, Mr. Reed. Well, despite the protests of several of you, I have known nothing but cruelty and suffering from this woman, even when she was off stage and not playing their part, so to speak. Which apparently one either gets used to or just plain ignores until one decides to not. This is lunacy. I have no idea what her plan is. You have no idea what her plan is. She's apparently so self-destructive that there's no longer a way of telling what the plan is, was, or will be. But Mr. Reed had some idea. Mr. Reed knew what the plan could have been at one point, and was keeping it from us. Because you trusted her. You trusted that. Enough of you had trust in this ball of destruction and malice and violence that I am starting to worry if you all have developed an unhealthy attraction and desire for mercy towards this hellspawn. You don't have a plan. You'll cross that bridge when you get there. Who knows? From the lack of direction from every which way you've been tossed, you might end up on her side keeping secrets again.
Unfortunately, Steven, I didn't really have a fucking choice in the matter. She said if I didn't work with her, the place would explode. I've been in the background this entire goddamn time, attempting to do my damnedest to make sure everyone could possibly get out okay.
Oh, and did she have a good enough track record in telling the truth to justify that faith in her, Mr. Reed?
When it comes to how this place works, yeah, she's been honest about that. It's fine if you don't trust her, and it's fine if you don't trust me. Your options are either sit in the void and do nothing, or try. I prefer trying. So I asked you a question about how you felt. You've been quiet. You've just been following. But what do you feel about this?
Hit the nail right on the head, Mr. Reed. Frankly, I don't trust any of you people. If the stories I keep hearing are true and the track record sticks, something could change and at least half of you would flock to the Hellspawn site again. This lack of internal consistency's disturbing.
And that's fair.
That being said, there's a third option. Of course, there's the option of staying here, and the other option would be waiting and doing what she wants, and that is out of the question.
Well, I'll take it. All right, folks. Now, I don't really have any idea what we're really doing. No frame of reference in the slightest, except maybe one or two of you. What we're about to attempt is basically impossible, but you know what? This place is impossible, right? So fuck it. Do your damnedest to write the best story you can. Let's get started.
Testing, 1, 2. Hello, is this thing working? Apparently this is a tape recorder. It was used to make several of these tapes around me, and I suppose I can use this to record my own thoughts. I have quite a few. Everything has been a lot recently, and I need to get it all out somewhere. After I figured working with everybody was my best option, the big question was, how could we acquire the weapon known as the Longinus? Thorin, young and imaginative as he was, suggested that we narrate situations where we acquire MacGuffins, we called them. And Tommy taught us story structure to aid with the narration. And from there, everyone began to weave their own stories. Her Highness took us through an enchanted mystical forest. Mr. Blackwood wanted us to go down a long journey along the Yellow Brick Road. Short on time, we decided to just take the direct road instead. Miss Garden held a mystery for us that wasn't much of a mystery. Mr. Crane directed us through the wastelands of a zombie apocalypse. Mr. Gwendolyn had us morph into animals to destroy some mutant alien slugs. Mr. Reed took us back to his old home for some much-needed peace and quiet and rest. And finally, Miss Wong led us in combat against a mighty beast known as Homosexual Bowser. And at the end of each trial, a MacGuffin would reveal itself. And then they wanted me to tell a story. I tried to tell one. I really tried. But
All right, enough of that. So we got the 7, whatever.
McMuffins.
Yeah,
Look at
that.
this little buddy.
So now we gotta. What do we do now?
Well, we have all of the mini MacGuffins. Now we're at the point where we should find a way to put them together to make the Mega MacGuffin. I have no fucking idea how to do that.
Void glue?
There's no way it's going to be that simple after everything else we had to do.
Well, everyone else has had a turn narrating, so why don't we let Stephen have a go? He is part of our crew now.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Are you sure?
Obviously, yes. I mean, just think about it. Best case scenario, we get what we need and we end up with the weapon. Worst, well, what's the worst that could happen? Junior, what's the worst that could happen? Don't shrug at me. I want to know.
I
Well-
think he means that he don't know.
Well, we know what happens if we don't do anything at all. We just stay here until she comes back. I think you should go for it.
Absolutely. I mean, after all, Stephen, your improvisation skills are impeccable. I think you could do a great job.
I am nothing if not down for trying, but I make no promises. Right then. Our heroes had gathered the MacGuffins all together, piled the spoils of war before them, and wondered how exactly they fit together. It didn't quite make sense from a logical perspective. A ring, a broom, a golden egg, a giant star. 7 pieces did not a puzzle make. That is when it became apparent that there was another key. In the shadows the whole time. An 8th MacGuffin stronger than the rest.
That's a little out of left field, and I'm a Red Sox fan.
Steven, we established our power numbers are prime, so 3, 5, and 8. It was 3, 5, and 7, not 8.
Yes, but. What if? All of these pieces together, they have equal power, yes? That's why we would need them all. But they cannot agree. They cannot work in unity by themselves. They would need a focus. They would need someone to drive them, someone to control them, to work them towards one singular end, fusing into this blade of Longinus. And it would stand to reason somewhere that another piece would exist, even if it was secretive enough to be out of the knowledge of most mortal men.
All right. Then where?
It would have to be nearby, in order to ensure it could step in to take the reins of these MacGuffins should something go terribly wrong. And in a world where one could leap between story after story, setting after setting, looking for these MacGuffins, the possibilities for where it lies could be many. But there is only one place that would make sense, only one place for this 8th key that would keep it reliably in range of all the rest. Somewhere in this blockbuster. Somewhere like here!
I don't see anything.
Well, that undermines the drama. Maybe here or here.
Would it help if we looked all?
I don't think it's gonna work like that. Earlier we already said that there were 7 MacGuffins. It's lazy writing and difficult to retcon things like that and expect the Void to just accept it.
Here, Steven, maybe you gotta, add something to the setting that drives the plot towards this 8th MacGuffin or something? I don't know.
I thought that I was doing that.
You know what?
No, you are.
Hold on. You're doing a great job. But things aren't working. Let's not worry about that for now. Try we gotta keep experimenting. Try something small. See if it changes anything.
Something small, something small. Oh, what about the pony? We tried the pony earlier and it just kind of worked. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay, pony. I can do that. I've seen the pony. Uh, As the time ticked on in the blockbuster, our heroes heard an all too familiar neigh outside. They heard a neigh outside. I don't. Why isn't this working? Why did it work for the rest of you, but not for me?
I'm sorry, Stephen. I think the void isn't responding to your calls because maybe it thinks you aren't a part of this story. Murder God never finished your tale for you.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it!
No, it makes sense. You never got a wish. And as far as we know, we don't know where your story came from in the first place. Because it certainly didn't come from her. You might just be the right page in the wrong book right now, Stephen.
Then why does he have a story at all? He's here for a reason, isn't he? But he just got dragged through all of this. And he can't even affect it. What was the point in all of this?
Very strange, isn't it? Him and the others like him. Why did they even show up? The doctor has apparently been here forever and would have left much earlier if he could.
Yeah, plus there's that French magic dude and all of his OP spells screwing off wherever, doing whatever he wants, and there was Gig Millicuddy. He was turning into a robot for some reason, an actually okay therapist, but what even is he?
That is one of life's great mysteries.
And Stephen showed up with them. He might not be with them or even know any of them, but they're all connected to each other somehow. Maybe that's why he can't affect anything. So why did any of them get stuck here anyway? None of them had a wish. Maybe... Maybe we can question Kato more the next time we see him. Feels like he knows a lot more than he's let on.
Alright, it seems like there's a lot of mysteries going on. I wish we had more answers, but we never do. All I know right now is I guess even though she fucking said your story counted, apparently the Void disagrees. We'll figure this out. Sorry, man.
I couldn't do it. I cannot do anything. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do when I can't affect anything? What else could everyone do? Without the final MacGuffin piece, there could be no weapon. Everybody began to ponder on what one Hugo Hernandez, I believe, could do. Another name I did not know. Apparently a deceased friend of theirs. But then a light bulb went off, and suddenly the group scrambled together to narrate their lost friend back to life. I just stood back and watched, unable to do anything. Again.
Oh, that's all I am, isn't it? That's all I've ever been. A killer and a mystery. To you people, to the void itself, to the whole world. So much for me helping.
Hey, no! Cut that out. Look, you did your best. You did help. And this is terrible, I know. We can't afford to have anyone spiraling right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry that I am an inconvenience to you once again, Miss Garden. By all means, you and the others each take turns lying to me and saying that it's all okay.
Grace, no offense, but let the man spiral. Things are turning to shit, and despite our best efforts, we are coming up short because the collective and the void aren't playing well with each other.
Guys, please stop. None of this arguing is spiraling or anything is helping. What would Hugo think if he saw us like this?
He would be so disappointed. And yet, I'm afraid I'm at a loss. What would Hugo do if he were here?
In the interest of me knowing about yet another thing I can't affect, Hugo?
Oh, yes, you don't... He was our friend. He gave his soul to save Thorin. It's a long story, but it's the type of death that he can't come back from.
Yeah. Hugo would know what to do.
Yeah, Hugo. That bastard. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a fucking minute.
What?
Hugo would know what to do. Fuck! That's it. Fuck!
What?
We've narrated everything else. Well, I've read plenty of stories where the good guys come back from death. So let's do that. Fucking shit, we can bring back Hugo.
What?
What?
Hey, hang on, it's allowed?
I don't know. Why not? Fuck.
Who cares?
Exactly. Also, fuck it. I'm done playing it safe. Let's break the world. It doesn't care about us. It doesn't care about fucking Steven. It doesn't care about any of this.
We've
Fuck
already made it clear that anything is possible around here. Okay, so how exactly are we going to do that then?
Okay. Well, we're all characters in this story. Every character has fundamentals that make him. So somebody starts. Give me a memory. Give me anything. We're gonna rebuild this fucking guy.
Okay. Oh, got it. He likes the Wind Waker. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Isn't that how he met his husband in college? Campus tour
Yes.
guide. All that stuff.
Yeah, and he cares about his husband so much. His wish was to try and help Dev when he was dying, even at the cost of himself.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Good. That's his story. What else? What do we know about him?
Okay, I wasn't there for the awakening, but I know he's a hell of a musician, the least judgmental man that I've ever met.
Good.
And he's an actor too. He told me he always wanted his feelings to be as honest as possible with each character he played. But even as a character, he was never afraid to show us his feelings.
Yes.
Hugo, he's an incredible leader. I really look up to him. We naturally trust him, and he was just such a great friend to us. He listens to us and he quells our fears because he's Hugo.
He was an incredibly kind man. He listen, look at how he took care of Thorn. He always said he wanted to adopt a kid, and Thorn was one of those inspirations.
Yep. Yes. Okay. We landed all of what we know, all of the good. Yes. And you know what? Let's land one last thing. Hugo, not only is he great, not only does he have all these fucking positives to him, he also has a single flaw. He is just a teeny tiny little bit detrimentally selfish. Sacrificing himself for someone else, no matter what that cost is. Always putting that forward. He is a man who will always die for everyone else, no matter what they want him to do.
He told me he'd always wanted a family, and that he'd happily make me a part of it. All I had ever wanted was to never be lonely, to be loved, and have a family again. And he wants to help me grant that wish. But not just for me, for Dev, and for himself. And that's the story of Hugo Hernandez.
Hey guys. What did I miss?